Okay, hi guys. So for today we're going to do some art reviews. I wanted to do something very light effort today because I've been very busy since Wednesday, so I didn't have the time to make something very high effort. So yeah, struggles of working and doing other stuff plus YouTube channel. Okay, so like I said, we're going to do some art reviews to see our end goal more clearly. So as you can see here, I have looked up Riot Games in ArtStation and I'm going to pick 4 to 5 pieces to admire. Okay, so first one that catches my eye is this one. This doesn't look like your typical League of Legends splash art. It looks like it's more of a concept art or storyboarding. I don't know, but oh damn, I love how messy the art is, but still reads very well. Like you can see the silhouettes are very clear. You can see the main subject popping up. I forgot his name. Oliver. Oh, what's his name again? I forgot his name. Anyway, you can see that the subject here is very crisp, very detailed compared to the background, which pulls the eye in towards the main focal point. The edges are very blurry, but here at the focal point, it's very sharp. And as you can see, there are some leading lines towards the main focal points of the artwork. I'm guessing this one here and the mountains lead to Olaf. Okay, and the forms read very well. You can see the shape of the deltoids, the biceps, and the material of the helmet. You can also feel the action because of the motion blur of the elements of the drawing. And that also applies to everything else. I love how in this artwork you can see the translucence of blood capturing light, but also it casts some shadow. I also love the expression made by Pantheon. Something I wish I could do. I've always loved very cinematic artwork. I tried making my own cinematic artwork, like with the Queen Nai splash art. I tried making that very dynamic, like in this artworks. I love how every piece shows some storytelling. And here, I love the contrast of colors. Like the background, it's mostly less contrast of colors, but Kaisa and Talia's colors pops out. And you can also read the silhouette very clearly of all characters. You can feel the intensity of the scene. Oh wow, this one's pretty chill, no pun intended. Olaf's just standing, and as you can see, rule of thirds, the important elements of the scene is placed at the rule of thirds of the artwork. Olaf's face, that shining light over there, and Olaf's armor. I love how you can see the brushstrokes of the ice and some of the snow particles in the mountain here. The scene reads very well, but if you look closer, it's very rough. Damn, professionals, crazy. Oh wow, this looks like it came from a movie. I don't know who this is, but damn, I think it's Choga because it looks big. The scene feels big, like Kaisa's flying towards something very big. The scenes drawn are very epic. You can see even the texture of the monster feels very realistic. The patterns, the scratches. Wow. I don't know how they made this kind of artwork feel very real. Oh, that's not Choga. Damn. Okay, moving on. Ooh. I love the anatomy here. It feels very real. Like you can see the muscles from the pectorals connecting to the bone here. That has been one of my struggles in drawing, figuring out the muscle movements and their placement in my own poses and forms. But Riot makes it look very realistic. I love how shiny the body is and the rendering of materials, very awesome. I also love the depth of the artwork, the illustration, damn, and the details. So I think the main focal points are the ones that are very detailed. It's very detailed here, very detailed here, here. But as you move somewhere else, you can see the brush strokes here. It's rougher than the other parts of the drawing. It still reads very well. And damn, the lighting. You can easily tell that there's light coming from above, casting a shadow. Whew. And also light from below to add some contrast to the blue vibes of the drawing. Eesh. Yikes. Professionals. Damn. I wonder when I'll be able to reach this level of art. The patience. Oh, this is new. I haven't seen this. Damn. I love how the composition is tilted, and I love how you can feel the scale because of the character here used as a reference for the size. It makes this entity more celestial or more godlike. And I also love how light works around its body. It's so well made. Like, there's bounce light coming from below, main light coming from above the staff. Ooh, so this is the sketch. Crazy. What else? What else? Oh, I love how wrinkled the character here is. It feels very real. The forms read very well. You can see the hand popping up because of the fog effect at the forearm. Feels like it's really reaching towards the viewers. I also love that the way the material is rendered here is very yummy. You can feel it very solid. Like I've always admired the patience of professionals. Like, damn, the details on each part of the drawing feels very amazing. You know, I want to look at some. Let's look at some Blizzard artworks. Blizzard. Ooh, oh, it's mostly 3D. Damn. How the hell? Looks very real. Okay, wait. Okay, I want to focus more on illustrations because that is my end goal. I love how very vibrant and fun the colors are, and how the characters are drawn. It looks very cool. I also love the readability of the forms, even in thumbnail version. It's very, very interesting. Let's look at some League of... I don't... You know what? Let's go back to Riot illustration. That feels more aligned with my end goal. I also love how Riot makes their cinematics. It looks very fun, engaging, immersive. Oof. Damn. I've always loved the sense of scale in artworks. I love how that is applied here in this Nautilus illustration. You can really feel his scale. We're looking up at him and he's looking far away. And supposedly with the scene, the storm, the waves to us are big, but to him it looks small. Damn. Oof. I also love how he's drawn in a way where you can feel the weight of the character. I think it's the way he's posed. There's so much weight on his left leg leaning toward our right. Oh, damn. Professionals. Scuttle crab. Damn, I love how the water reflection is made underneath the scuttle crab's belly. And again, the textures look so real. If you look very closely, you can see the brush strokes, but with everything together, it looks like it's a picture. And again, as you can see here, as you move away from the focal point, you can see less rendered elements of the drawing, less detailed, to move the viewer's eye away from those and towards the focal point. Oh, thumbnails. I think that's something I should also learn in the future. Thumbnailing, because that way I could get a more solid idea of my artworks similar to this one. As you can see in his thumbnails, he's figuring out a good composition and he's also trying to get a feel of a good lighting for the scene, for the composition. And also the values. He really made the main subject pop out by making the background darker and the main subject lighter. Ooh, I can see why he went for this. Crazy. I also love how the scuttle crab is usually just a neutral creep roaming around the river. So I would imagine the illustration to be more like this one, C, or D, because it's just the scuttle crab. But I love how he made it, the crab, intimidating, monstrous. I'm glad he didn't went for C and D and more on D and gave the scuttle crab its very epic feel, epic look. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you for watching my art reviews. It was a very quick video, but again, I'm sorry I didn't have the time to make something high effort this week, but at least we got to look on what we want to achieve in detail. We'll see if we can make our own illustrations in that level someday. Thank you guys for watching. I am Zois, and see you guys next week. Bye bye.